morning. I felt like making this video because I was tweeting something on Twitter and I just feel that it's better for me to say it that I didn't grow up like really buddy with my siblings. Like my sister stopped playing with me at an early age. We had Barbie dolls and she just started to kind of like pack her Barbie dolls up and we'll get them for Christmas and she'll keep hers like in the box, even the little baby dolls, and I would still open mine up and play with them. And she didn't even play with her bugs. She had a yellow Beetle, I had a purple one. I got a beach cruiser type Jeep that was pink, and she had this real fuchsia Porsche Barbie doll car that was only hers. I didn't have a car at all, and she had that first, and we ended up getting, I think I got my Jeep before I got a bug, and she just kind of stopped playing with me. And then she would go to my cousin Gina's house, or our cousin Gina's house, and then she stopped going over there. I would still go over there, and Gina and Asia are the same age. I think Gina may be a year older than Asia, if I'm not mistaken, but Asia would stop going over there. I would go over there, and it was always this cutoff. And then my little brother, I never got in his business. He never played with me. I would play with my Polly Pockets, and I'll sneak into his room at night, and I'll get one of the Hot Wheels cars, and I'll play with the Hot Wheels. But I'm not accustomed to playing with people. Like I'm a really lonely, quiet person. Like I'm not used to these people just constantly coming over, and like there's a time to go to Gina's house. Like let's say summertime comes, like I want to go to Gina's house for the summer. I don't want to go to grandma's house. Grandma is about food. Like my brother used to have his own babysitter, and at one particular time we all went to my mom's house, and my grandma was like really anal on food, and it's like if you don't eat what's cooked, it's like okay, here's an air sandwich. And one time I tried to help Alante and I threw the food away, and the way I tried to throw it away in the trash can, I tried to hide it, and I guess she saw it and was like, since you threw it in the trash because you wanted to help him, you dig in that trash and you eat it, and I did. That's just one of the things I did as a sister for my little brother, and it's always stuck to me because Asia eats. She eats anything. If they made, like, what is this thing called? I really don't like it. It's zucchini. At that time, I was like, so I didn't eat at times. I learned to just be like, and then when she started playing with her teammates, because she was 2 years older than me, there was a girl that was, I think, a year or two older than her, maybe a year, from like '04. I used to hang with them, and then once they went to like LATTC, Southwest, Dominguez, I got cut off. Like my first basketball game, a college game, it wasn't LATTC, it wasn't Southwest, it was Dominguez Hills College. After we had already went to, the basketball camps that they have, like after Asia and them had graduated. After that game, I got cut off from my sister, and I couldn't hang with them no more because her best friend's cousin's boyfriend was he was taken too kindly to me, and she was just like, I don't want that drama, I don't want you being involved in that because he has a baby mama somewhere out in the South, and then he's talking to her, and I'm too young to be around them, and I kind of just got shooed away. And then I would hang with like one of my old teammates from Carson, but she has her best friend that lives in her neighborhood, and it's like I'm nobody's best friend. Like I really don't have a best friend. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to my old ways and stay to myself. And on top of that, my mom is like really Indian. Like I'm not gonna lie about that Indian type in our blood because she sends like World War III messages to our cell phones, like just. I mean, she be saying some things to where it's like, I'm just going to stay home. I'm not going to go out. I don't like those type of text messages. I'm just going to stay home. And even when I was dating, I would still get afraid of those text messages. But I feel like my son kind of calmed it down because my son was at least there in the placement of me. And I know it sounds pretty messed up, but I didn't get that many bad messages, but I really didn't go out like that either. It just shows that I really don't understand a lot of these people now because it's like you guys didn't go to none of the games, you guys never supported me, and then you want me to be this bubbly type person to where like I feel like I'm Maleficent. I feel like I'm Maleficent. I'm like it's their problem. Like I try to be nice, I stay to myself, but the hell? Like I really do. Like I used to do my backpacks that I used to paint. I'll put like Lady and the Tramp on them, but it'll just be like Lady, and then the other one was Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And then I never did another one. Every backpack after that has always been Lady, or it's been the character that I was able to actually make for the first time, my very first character that I ever made. And now it's just like I feel like drawing Maleficent, and I drew myself as Maleficent on like probably my second or third Instagram, and I'm like, are they catching the vibe that this is how I feel about myself? Like they make me feel like I'm a villain because it's like I always have to be responsive. I'm not naturally doing anything to anybody. So let me go respond to this jackass because he's not going to stop it. And then I don't know where Gina went. Gina went to all these colleges, and we got into this big argument on social media because she was talking about something that only she would know. Because whenever I get hurt, I would tell like Benford and them like, "Oh yeah, I'm at my cousin's house in Marina Del Rey," but I would never emphasize any of her personal business about who her parents are or any of that. I always kept that type of stuff to myself because like. It's none of their damn business. I didn't even tell Willie who she was. Like he was sitting there just thinking this is a regular light skinned girl, and I'm like, so she went to all these colleges and we got into it because she was talking about my personal life in like third person. And I was like, why are you talking about that? And people are reading that and it's like, I don't even put that on social media. Why are you putting it on social media? Because I got into this one altercation with his first baby mother where I was writing something in third person. I was talking about a scenario. I was like, hey, if a guy comes at you and he does A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and she got offended by it because she followed me on Facebook and she decided to write back to me and say, well, she didn't write back. She decided to do an indirect message on Facebook saying, well, I know life is a journey and I know I won't be doing mine alone. And I was like, well, damn. I was more concerned about what he did and you chose to attack me. So, fuck you, bitch. Just to be honest. Because she didn't look at it as he's wrong, he shouldn't have done that. She wanted to get mad at me like I'm just some dumb bitch, and I'm like, and you still sitting in their goddamn faces. They keep cutting your goddamn face, and by the time you look at your face, you're gonna be like, damn, I look like Freddy fucking Krueger. That's exactly what that bitch looked like. So I'm sitting there and I'm mad at Gina and I'm looking at it and I'm like, we're talking shit, and I'm like, okay, but people be going to 2-year colleges for like such and such and such time. And then I got so mad, I was just like, I'm gonna go tell my mom. Never got into a physical altercation, never talked about fighting, just went straight to my mom. And then my mom calls her mom and it's like, oh, she didn't say that, she wasn't referring to her. But I'm like, you know, because I be going over there and you met him, we talked about it. I just feel like everybody hates me, but the reasoning for it has nothing to do with me personally because I'm not a negative person. I don't come over there for drama. I come over there and I talk about shit that's going on in my life. It's like, you know how you can go to a therapist and pay for it and they'll be a stranger? Or you can go to somebody that you would believe would care about you and wouldn't take it personal, because it's always these gap periods. Like when I say it's a time and a place to hang with them and oh, I want to go here, I want to do that, have a special time where I know I'm going to be able to hang with them. And then when all that's gone and all this animosity and this hatred comes, it's like, but do I feel alone? Like, yeah, I just finally got to download the music, but I'm not listening to it like I would do every day and try to heal my body. I'm listening to it as if I'm on YouTube. I gotta wait to use Wi-Fi, and I'm hurt, but people are expecting me to be this bubbly, oh, she's okay, we're gonna go over there and joke her being homeless. And I'm like, I'm hurt. Like, I don't care if some of you die. Like, I'm hurt. It's never gonna heal. I'm hurt. It's like having AIDS. It's like you hit me too hard and I can't heal from it. And I'm not saying that I have AIDS because I don't have AIDS, but I'm saying the way that y'all hit me,